HBAR holders, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. Appreciate all the love that you guys are showing on the regular daily updates. Again, you guys know I will continue to bring out these daily analysis updates for you guys. All I need from you guys is to just smash that like button and make sure you guys are subscribed to the Crypto ZX channel. So, as we are going into Sunday morning, as you can see for yourself, a lot of green across the board for multiple coins. A lot of coins still feeling the love. But if you're looking at HBAR, it has seen a little bit of a minor pullback of about 4% right now. That is something that we want to obviously be looking at right now. But again, over the last 1 hour to be exact, you could see a lot of green once again, and that is due to Bitcoin actually seeing a little bit of a bounce compared to our last update. But let's take a closer look and see what's happening with HBAR. But before we do that, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So HBAR price right now, as we're recording this update, is currently sitting at 19.5 cents. We're down about 3.2% on the USD side of things. And also on the Bitcoin side of things, we're down about 3.7%. Valuation sitting exactly at $8.3 billion dollars, and the 24-hour trading volume at about $237 million dollars. But let's take a look at this right here. The end of historical week for Hedera, ringing the NASDAQ closing bell with Canary funds for the HBAR ETF. And again, if you kind of go back a few years, again, a lot of people were, skeptical whether or not HBAR was going to see a spot ETF. And here we have it. It's a reality, and it is a big, big moment for not just HBAR itself, but crypto in general. So again, that itself is something we want to be not forgetting. But let's take a closer look and see what is happening with the broader market. So as far as the Bitcoin dominance is concerned, you can see for yourself the dominance is currently sitting at 59.88%. So obviously, pulling down to from where we were yesterday, and most importantly, October 31st, we were sitting above 60%. And as of now, obviously, you can see we are in this downward trend. But again, as I've stated in every single update of mine so far, we want to see the dominance, pulling more importantly down to the 59.4%, and then obviously lower than that, because that is what we want to see if you're an altcoin holder. But again, don't forget the fact that we're still sitting very close to 60%, and yet, HBAR is holding this good. Of course, HBAR is holding this good due to the fact that, the ETF is officially live. That has brought in a lot of excitement. Maybe people that were sidelined, they are, looking into HBAR again. But of course, big institutional capital also flowing into the ETF itself. That is also something, obviously, you want to consider and factor in when we're analyzing this. But nonetheless, it just gives me more of a hope for altcoins, not just HBAR, but in this specific update, because we are discussing HBAR. Imagine what happens to the HBAR price once dominance pushes down to where we were in September. But let's take a look at what's happening with our good old friend Bitcoin. Like I said earlier, we did see a little bit of a bounce for Bitcoin. You could see for yourself. Let's kind of zoom in to the hourly time frame. So as of now, we have remained within the 23.6. It's not that the price of Bitcoin is seeing, major moves towards the upside. That's definitely not the case, but it is maintaining its price within the 23.6, which caused the dominance to, cool off a little bit and gave altcoins, a nice chance to feel some love. And I'm sure you have seen that across the board. But you can see for yourself, we did see $110,800 being retested just a few hours back, but we have seen a little bit of a rejection since then. But for the month of November, this is the monthly high as of now, believe it or not. So again, hopefully we could push up to $112,000 today, and go into Monday morning at that price point. I think that could kind of set us up for a good week. But again, we're still within the 23.6, ranging nicely above the support itself. So that is nice to see. What we want to see is dominance continuing to pull down, of course. But now, with that being said, let's take a look at what's happening with HBAR's price. Obviously, I want you guys to focus HBAR price on the hourly time frame. So if you're looking at the HBAR price right now, see for yourself. Once again, we did come up to 20.5 cents yesterday. Of course, now it's past midnight here in North America. It's November 2nd as of recording this update. But the price of HBAR is trying trying, to make its way towards the upside. But right now, the volume has decreased quite a bit compared to, where we were just a few days back. But yet the price is still holding really good above the support line at 19 cents, which again is nice to see. The reason why we're having a hard time breaking out of the 20 cents price point, as I've stated to you guys before as well, 20 cents is a psychological price point. So, again, breaking above that and, turning that into support, you do require momentum to be on its side. Yes, it does have momentum, but again, in terms of the volume, and we're in a weekend, those are factors that you want to kind of consider. But I have no doubts, as I stated to you guys before in the previous update. I think, it's imminent for the price to re-enter the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level. Because again, if you put this into perspective, we're only 11.7% away for us to retest that. As of now, yes, you're starting to see a little bit of a consolidation forming. We saw a rejection at 20 cents, yet the price of Bitcoin is still, bouncing up to 110,500, but still the price of HBAR is not able to, maintain above the 20 cents price point. Like I said, we do have some market makers. Obviously, the bears want to keep the price below, bulls want to keep the price above, but 20 cents is a psychological level. So, you are going to see a little bit of a hard time breaking above here. But once you see that break above the 20 cents and you turn it into support, I think we are going to get back into the 61.8. And that is pretty much, if you were to ask me, where we need to be right now. So again, let me know in the comments down below what you guys personally think. Where do you see the price of HBAR going? What's your timeline on HBAR? Are you in for the next, long term? Just let me know in terms of years that you're in, or months, whatever your overall strategy is in the comments. But again, not bad. Obviously after the September 17th low. Since then, again, if you want to put it into perspective, it is still up 26.3%. But we got to take it step by step. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace.